In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light, tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled, powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on Drive-Thru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light, tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled, powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on Drive-Thru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roleplay Give. We are a virtual tabletop gaming community that, well, at this point, we only play Dungeons and Dragons 5e, but we're hoping to change that a little bit in the near future. Tonight, we are playing against the Giants. I'm just going to say we're playing against the Giants. We'll see what happens. It's They are near what they believe to be the exit. Uh, did you guys kill you killed both the mind flayers? I forgot. Yeah, that's right. They are gonna make death saves. Okay. Okay. We got bits? What happened? How did we get bits? Oh. Yeah, don't. And then please, yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. We'll figure all this out. They are different things, aren't they? Okay. Either way, we're gonna do shit. Okay. Hey, and we have our first subscription, which I think is Winston. Yay! Woo. Oh, Ed was first? Okay. I haven't even subscribed yet. Uh, okay. Cool. All right. So it's exciting here at the channel because now we can do stuff like that. Okay. But that's not why we're here. We're here, I guess, to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I think we're all out of bubble gum. And so, almost out of ass because so much ass got kicked in the last game. Uh, but to catch people up there, they are in the bottom level of the Fire Giant Hall. They are on a fetch quest right now to get 8 threads of Lolth to open a portal to the Abyss, uh, kind of to get there before she can come here, kind of thing. In other words, they can only lock her in there from her side. And so they have to go there and lock her in. In order to get there, they need these 8 threads of Lolth. They have 7. They've gotten 3 from these giants who were given them to caretake them. And by sometimes clever avoiding all of the fighting, finding the thing and walking out. Sometimes from negotiation and talking the giant leader into giving it up, and sometimes straight up killing him. Uh, they have gotten the giant's threads. They have acquired a number of other ones from other means. But now they know they have to get to the drow capital of Aralai Kinlu. Uh, and they had two Mind Flayer guides who were going to help them. Now, they already have a map. So, to be fair to everyone, the Mind Flayers were going to help them maybe avoid some trouble, but they already knew where they were going and they had a map. And so, in the heat of battle, some Mind Flayers were friendly fired. um, and we'll now be making death saves because these guys are clearly, uh, important potentially NPCs or not. But they're fun enough where we're gonna have them do death saves. And there also is a captured drow who is still restrained and in manacles, and I believe is unconscious, propped up behind Elva. Uh, and they are at this point trying to figure out if they can clear out the other side of this. Well, I guess Nuben's already there, but the other side of this fire river so that they can cross over and into the descending passageway to the Vault of the Drow. Did I miss anything critical? Seeing nothing. We did end in the middle of combat, and so we're going to pick it up right away with Nuben, who is on the other side from his friends in on the other side of the Fire River. I will unpause the game. Is he still in range? Okay. They just had to be in range at the time of cast. Okay. Um, that is what you see. Yes, it does. You got him against the wall. I'm just kind of seeing this monk who just went charging over the fire and just beating this guy into the back of this wall. 13, I think, is his total hit points if he were at full health, which he. Oh, this is an elite warrior. Never mind. He's still up. Never mind. 27 will hit. All right. Another 6. He's still. Okay. 16 misses. That, that is how mass works, unfortunately. Um, all right. Is that it for Newbin? You want to move or anything like that, or you're engaged with this person, so you got it. Meriwether Clark, full name in you. You got it. An 18 still will hit. Okay. Okay. Nice. Excellent use of the hidden step. Time. Is that your full go? Okay. I did not advance through here, did I? Oh, I did. Okay. Time for a death save. That's one to the bad for which one is this one? For Draven. So I don't know how to count that on here, but I'll count bads here in the flight counter here. One. There we go. All right, Elva, you are up. Yeah. Okay. It is. Wow. Holy crap. Oh, they really unlike you. Not not an auspicious start for our heroes. Elva, anything you else you wish to do? Bonus actions or movement? Okay. We'll go to the special elite warrior over here, the Drow commander, who has different things they get to do. And this one will cast Fairy Fire at Nubin. Um, it's a DC 12 charisma. No, why? It shouldn't be charisma. Dex save, right? For Fairy Fire. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, I have to go to the spell book to put that in properly. Okay. Um, 18, you will be fine. I suppose this person should have to make the check too, because maybe that'll give you advantage on their meets it, beats it. So, all right, then they will move over to here. Here. Okay, that's their go. Then this one is going to attack Elva. Short sword. Attack. Ooh, crit miss for me. 13 will miss as well. Uh, yeah, it's just going to be a rip roar of a game, apparently. uh, but that's. Oh, I didn't. No. I hit the wrong button. Um, well, we were supposed to be in round 9 because I went backwards instead of forwards. So I'm just going to advance this over to Vela. Oop. Yeah, it should be round 9. Wang Chung tonight. Consent. Consent. Oh. All right. Oh. All right. I gotcha. 15 will miss. These guys have a pretty good armor class for monsters. Well, they're not monsters, but they're statted. You're a monster. All right. Anything else for? All right. That'll be Vela's go, and we'll go on to Robespierre. Small. You had a short rest. Yep. Okay. Good choice with the cold damage. You got everybody's roll. There it is. All right. Yeah, as you are up close to it, you can already feel the heat that you are thinking you might take a little heat damage being this close to it if you remain there. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. 10d8. Good God. I never play paladins or warlocks. No, you're fine. You're fine. When you get a crit and then you're going to pump a smite into it, take your time and do all the damage you can. It well, okay, so Okay, so it it's vulnerable to cold. So then the yeah, I see that. I'm just dicking around because you way exceeded it at this point. but but it would be another 14 points of damage on top of that. Uh, so that would have been that's 102 plus another 14. It's 116 points of damage you just did, uh, which does not auto kill it. It started with 90, but it had already been hit, and so you destroyed it. The ice melts, and then as it melts, you can see it just getting absorbed. hmm That's pretty cool. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. You just did. I mean, that thing should have lasted a round or two, but nope. Um. Okay. Elva. And, and uh, all right. That's Robe's go. We now turn to this Drow Elite who has just gotten the shit kicked out of him by Nubin. He's going to try to answer that with a couple of sword swings himself. 26 to hit for 14 point. You ignore the poison. Oh, you take 1 point of damage because 14 of it was poison. Oh, plus 4 from yep. So 5 points of damage. Then attack normal. Another a 20 to hit, and that will be again 1 plus 4 for 5. All of the I rolled ones on the piercing for both of them. But a total of 10 points of damage. This Drow Elite Warrior is feeling pretty good about himself. Actually, in this case, herself. And that will be her go. And then this one. This one went this one. This one is damaged and just is going to take a swing at Elva. That will miss. Oh, all right. And that. Oh, I get death save for the other Mind Flayer. Oh, they're not doing great. All right, one to the bad for each of them. We're at the top of the order. Newman, you are up. Yeah, it's a crit miss. Yeah, 25 will hit. 9 point. She is still up. Okay, 12 will miss. 26 will hit. They're all over the place. And 6 is what you needed. And the she falls down. Okay, got it. And that is that your go? All right, Merriweather. No, no full naming. Okay, gotcha. The 30 will hit. Yeah, sure does. And beyond what you needed, this one was hanging on with 2 hit points for a long time. And that one falls down. Yep, yep, that makes sense. You got it. Any movement? I didn't do the wall turn off on this one, but going forward, I've turned that off. So gotcha. All right, this it's Elvis go, but first I need to do a death save for this mind flayer, the one that well they both have. Oh, he's got one to the good. So I'm gonna put it back to 0, but because though I'm just gonna have to I'm gonna paper and pencil it. Oh, 1/1. There you go. I wonder if it'll let me put that in there. It does not let me do that. But I'll just remember that Draven has 1 and 1. Okay, Elva, you're up. 17 will miss. Sorry, I centered on you so I could center the screen. Oh, but the 19 will hit. I mean, that's not the worst thing. Oh, okay. Okay, do the. Give me the rest. Okay, still up. Oof, that sucks. I mean, it's great. It's great damage, but it sucks that you did minimum. uh, but it is still up. Not looking the best, but still away. Still up. Still moving. Anything else? All right. Uh, this one. Now I know you have some. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So this guy will short sword attack Nubin. 9, of course, will miss. Oh, bollocks. This isn't the game that I've got DM rerolls on. So that's it for that guy. And then this one will attack Elva. 15 will miss, and a 12 will miss. Boy, they're not able to get past your guys' defenses either. Vela. Apparently it is. Vela, your go. Ah, yeah. That okay? On whom? The person threatening Elva. Okay. Oh, they get a save. Okay, let me highlight there. Save. Normal. 18. So they will save, unfortunately, and shake it off. Yeah, yeah. This drought just went to the Eras concert and is feeling particularly on point. Yeah, it's true. Okay, Robes, you're up. Yeah, it has not gotten to its second saving throw yet. The one right above you. The one to your left, it was a fail. Yes. See, it all tracked. Nobody dissented. Okay. That also tracks. So the good thing about playing a game for nearly 4 years is people knew what you would do, and you were like, yeah, that tracks. And then when the time came, you decapitate them. We were all like, yeah, that tracks. All right. I, that is a drow that is manacled and unconscious. That was that was their prisoner. It was the mind flayer's prisoner. I love that. Oh, we have a new guide. Makes sense. Okay. We're at the top of the round again because you guys have eliminated most of the trouble. Um, and so we are back to Newbin on the other side here. 26 will hit. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah. That is the first one you've hit. This one looks like more elite than the elite. This looks like the commander, but an 18 does hit. For another 11. Hold on. 1 second before we. There's a thing I get to do. Hold on. I'm gonna parry that one. So yeah, um. Oh no, I'm not gonna parry the 12. The 12 is just gonna miss. Never mind. I should have parried the first one, but I'll wait and see if you hit me again. Okay, then I'll take. Yeah. All right. Anything else, Newman? Okay. All right. Mary. I've gone from Meriwether Clark to Meriwether to Mary. Next it'll be, hey, Mayor Bear. No, I won't do that. You got it. So good luck. Definite. Both will hit. This almost, but not quite. She stands still. She still stands. All right, but now you have Kotha, uh, so that was Mary. Any movement or any bonus? Okay. All right, Elva. That'll hit, and this should be it because I think your bonus is enough to kill. 3 hit points. Ed, do you want to roll it? Okay, you want to roll it. Okay, roll it out. All right, you 10 times killed him. He's super dead, or she. She is super dead. All right, for the winter. Yep, gotcha. All right, Drow Commander will do. I think it's time for this. Cast it. Well, why didn't it place the template? It definitely was time for it. No uses remaining. I do too. Hold on, let me read. One per day each. I have not yet cast that, so I can cast it. Okay. So, I'm just going to put it on here. That's a light, and I don't want to put a light on. Okay. Cast darkness. Yeah, with a different Drow elite. Yeah, it was no, it was the one that Ed was fighting in the corridors up here in the it was over here was where the darkness was cast. Oh, really? I thought that was my fairy fire. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yep. Did I cast darkness then over here? Maybe it is cheater cheater pumpkin eater. Hold on. Let me look. That would make sense why it said I have already cast it then. Also, that is true. Never mind. But that darkness should have still been up, so you should have been fighting with disadvantage, or do you see through darkness? Okay. Okay. Well, he wouldn't have been, but you would have been, because that's where that template was. It doesn't matter. I forgot. My fault. He doesn't cast darkness. I'll just take swings. Yes. Congratulations. Well, I'm glad you remembered it. Keeping me honest. I appreciate it. 20 hit? Alright. And you can ignore most of this damage. You will take 9 points of damage. Hellish Rebuke. Alright, I'm going to swing my other attack while you're looking it up. Because my assumption is you won't kill him with a Hellish Rebuke. Oh, you must have used it. And then I will crit fail. So that will be it for the Drow Commander. Vela, you are up. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate holding me, keep me honest. Okay. Okay. Yep. Highlighted. Normal. 19. Man, these Drows are on fire. Yeah. Well, it's just it's a rope bridge. It's a rope bridge. It's not even a rope. It says rope bridge, but it really is a rope. Uh, it's suspended 15 feet up in the air. It really should be burned and broken in the fiery abyss below it, but it's a special apparently rope. Okay. You've had you've had the spiritual weapon up for 10 rounds. I oh oh I thought you cast it a couple rounds in. Okay. All right. You wouldn't move it anywhere in town. Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha. All right. I'll remove it. Yep. Where do you want to go? Okay. Just move yourself now wherever you want to be. You aren't on the bridge. You're just in a space. You know. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. That's your go. Robes. I just oh man, I've been watching so many darkness videos lately. Well, it would be over here. I don't even think you can see it from where you're at. But I deleted it. The darkness up there would have been dispelled when the drow were killed, right? So I am basically going to say the darkness fucked off. Like, uh, I don't know if it's a concentration spell, but I'm going to say what, even if it wasn't, he lost concentration. She. So it is. Okay. I'm going to say they failed a concentration roll and we're done. Because I don't think I was rolling concentrations when Newman was hitting me either. So, yep. It's like a helicopter. Do you know that part on the helicopter? Do you do you know that part? Sorry. Oh, fun. All right, do you want me to move me? Move you? Move me. Okay. With Katha as well? Okay. All right, I'll move Katha back. Move yourselves where you actually wanted to be, but that way I can. Okay. Well, higher though. Okay. Cape of the Mountebank. Excellent. Yeah, that's just another Drow Elite Warrior. Must not be, because I haven't. I must have missed that combat roll. I just you're realizing that before I realized it. Yeah, and why did I not gang up on you? Yeah. Shit. Well, you know what? He died of fright. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna roll him in now. No, let's just wrap this shit up, right? Uh, I mean, you guys are gonna win at this point, so there's no. Or we'll even say that you guys took him out. But this Drow commander actually is uh, kind of serious, not super serious, but serious enough to be interesting. So we'll leave that going. Um, all right. Robes went, so noob at the top of the round. That'll hit. All right, 9 points of damage, then another hit. 4, 6 points of damage. So just pummeling at this, uh, you know, Drow commander with a sweet up ponytail. I'm looking at the art that I found. Like, that's ridiculously up. Oh, okay. Uh, is that another 6? No, 9 and 6. Anything else you want to do, Tony? Hmm, he's about 3/4 the Drow. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah. Yep. Yeah, bear in mind that armor class is high for these guys. I mean, not undoable for you guys, but it is not an easy hit. An easy hit. All right. Is that Newman's go? All right. That'll bring you to Merriweather. Not you to Merriweather, but us to Merriweather. Yep. Yeah. You want to move it to this person? Sure. And yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure. 28 will hit for sure. Both will hit. Okay. 18 first. Uh, I mean, not awful. I think it comes out to average. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. That will bring us to Elva. Okay. Yeah, if you use the ruler. Yeah. Oh, and then make it move. We did. I don't know. I don't remember how to do it though. I haven't turned any of the features off. I just don't remember how to do it. Oh, okay. Yep. All it is. So, where do you want to go? Uh, the lava. I okay. 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 19 hits. Yes. Holy buckets! Now the drought commander looks really bad. That'll hit. I should have parried the last one. Okay, still up. Would hit, but I'm going to parry it. Yeah. Should have parried the other one. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. One of those two would have, I can only do it once, so one of those would have hit. Okay. Uh that's is that it for Elva? Okay. Special elite draw warrior will turn and strike at Elva. One short sword attack. Normal. 23 to hit. Okay. And then feeling the magic resistance will turn around and swing at Nubin. 23 to hit Nubin. All right. And I was gonna say that kind of sucks, but yeah. But you will take 6 points this time because I rolled a two finally on the piercing. 1 1 1 1 1 1 2. But there you go. So that is 6 points of piercing damage to Nubin. You ignore all of the poison. The Drow commander like screams in frustration that you're not taking any poison damage. Vela, you are up. Okay. You have sneak attack. And you just hit, and she can't parry because she can't parry range anyway. So, and it is enough, but you can add the 2d6 if you want to know what you did. Yep, 7 is enough. Oh, so it goes through it and is like pointing at Newman, so that yeah, nice. Yeah, because he could have caught it. Yeah, yeah. And for the first time in a very long time, we're out of combat. We know who started and finished it. That is, it's not the usual suspects. All right. So, what Ms. Fun? I forgot I had said that. Waith is a sword. Unconscious. Yep. Yep. Well, wait, no, robes is next to next to. Yep. Is it? Um. Yes, absolutely. You don't see any. You don't see any of the markings that you were told to look for. Um, it looks like Vela healed Newman for 6 points of healing. Yeah, in manacles and unconscious. No. Oh, you find the keys. I'm not gonna make a roll or anything. It's not like um, not really. I mean, there's some cash. By that I mean gems. But if you're interested in some coin, you find between the two of them, you find I'm going to roll 1d12 times 10. You find 50. It nothing terribly awesome. But I guess 50. I'll say they're emeralds, and maybe that's something that's a spell component for you guys. But 50 GP and emeralds. Uh, right. All right. You guys are gonna leave them here. Yep. Oh yeah, I mean you guys. I mean, let's not. I don't think. I'm just. I don't want to sound like that, but you guys can hear each other, and you can all move freely about the cabin right now. Like I don't want to get into like the boulders in your way or anything like that. It's fine. Um. So, it's a mind flares. Let him keep. He still has his eyes. You haven't seen them. They're closed. He's been sleeping. He looks like circa 1964 Paul McCartney. Yeah, with the bedroom hood eyes. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, you got to fly him over. And you guys, I'm not gonna like. However you want to finagle getting across, I think all of you would be able to do it. I'm not gonna make that into a thing. Uh, I will say, Mary, uh, it becomes clear that this rope is actually like got metal fiber in it, and giants have used it. So yeah, is definitely strong enough for you to grip on. But however you want to get across, I'm not gonna get into it. Like you guys can cross. I don't know that we need to belabor. Oh well, if you guys want to, we can. I'm sorry. That sounds awful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, if you guys want to roll, Okay, let's do it. Uh, I just don't know that I described that as well as I should have. It's basically what I'm saying is giants were using it to cross. So, when it's not it stands up to the heat of the fire. It's just whether or not you have the and with Mary's Furbolg like carrying more than half her size and weight or whatever that thing is, she would have no trouble crossing it. So, uh, and half of you can fly. So, uh, oh, got it. Very nice. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put a tree token right here. And then it's going to become the Gullus tree from uh, the underground tree in the Sunless Citadel. Oh, it's cool. I think it's very cool. All right. As Newbin says, I think we found a pass. I'm going to call the question on whether or not you're bringing the elf with you, the drow elf, and then I'm going to tell you guys other stuff once you decide. You are you are nowhere. I don't think you are eligible for a long rest or another short rest. Uh, you are aware that you can hear giants that are gathering now. It sounds like there are giants this is sort of the high alert point, and they are gathering down here, so you can hear people moving down into this area. I need to back up because Noob said search the body, and we were doing something else on the other side. Um, the armor on the Drow commander looked especially fancy. It appears to be chain, but it is exceedingly light. Uh, Chainmail is, yep, 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 but it really light. Oh no! Really? Oh God, yeah, I can see me. I forgot to check you guys, and then we put this stuff on YouTube, and it's no good. Uh, audio. Why? It says everything's correct. No, it isn't correct. I can see that it's not correct. Can you guys talk for a second?
Boo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Shit.
talk.
You've been
We're like
talking
a
for
talking
ages.
donkey.
Thank you, Chris Jones. I think we're good. No, it wasn't.
Okay, so what you missed was we killed them.
Yeah.
And Robes decapitated them,
Yeah,
the mind flayers. And
did.
we killed
Lots
all
of
the other
drow
things.
died, and now
There
we're
were
ready
drows
to head
ahead.
out of the giant's stronghold entirely into the Underdark proper.
We're considering bringing the captive drow with us. Have not landed on that. Just looted the body of one of the drow big bads who has mithril chain link. And now you're caught up because combat takes forever.
But in the world of the characters, that was all about 3 minutes.
Exactly.
Less than.
From the start of the combat.
Oh, right.
To now.
Yeah, because I think it was 12 rounds, so it was a minute and a half almost of combat.
It was
but,
a minute and 12 seconds of
yeah,
combat.
yeah. But
Yep.
all right. So thanks, bad boy. We. Oh,
Sounds
so
so
that.
loving.
Sorry.
In this is a sweet way.
I know. Hey, brother, help us
I
out.
know. Thanks, bad boy.
Uh,
Bad boy.
All right. So,
So
what do you guys want to do? I
my
just want to
take on
know
it
this.
is- I was
What
gonna
do you
say my
wanna
take on the chainmail is I don't think any one of us is gonna benefit from it if it's just mithril.
It
I think it
seems
is not.
even more so than mithril.
Okay, well then it's possible that maybe worth it for Elva to take a look.
I think we
But-
can take.
But at the very least, I was gonna say we should keep it because mithril itself is, I'm sure, very valuable.
I don't think it's mithril at all.
Oh, it's just light. Got it. Yeah, let's take a
Who
look.
does not have fancy armor?
I've got a +1 breastplate.
I have Mariner's half plate, which
You
gives
use
me
for-
disadvantage on stealth checks, but I usually counterbalance it with being invisible or something.
Yeah, you can swim with that, which may not be that helpful anymore.
Right.
But it's medium, and this is heavy armor, so you may not be. You might be able to wear this. I don't know if it's some kind of enchantment it has on it. I don't know. But I was also going to say I think we leave the drow behind, unconscious.
We stone shape a wall in between us and his homeland.
Not
I mean,
not
I-
where you're at.
I can't do it for that many feet. I can only do a small amount of rock.
Mm-hmm.
I can do like a 5-foot opening, where we were looking before. This is a little bit too wide.
And you are very much still in the giant stronghold. Just as a pointing
Does
that out.
does anybody want this armor?
Well, let's quickly take it with us
Okay.
and go. I
I
vote
agree.
leave the drow
We'll
here.
sort that out later. If we don't want it, we can drop it somewhere along the way.
Right.
Are we being chased?
You
I
are.
think
We
we
will
will
be
be
if we
sit
don't
here much longer.
Get out. Yes.
Oh,
Agreed.
okay.
Yeah, I was trying
And-
to imply that you hear a mustering of giants.
I'm gonna, when everyone gets close enough around me, I'll cast Pass Without Trace,
Okay.
so we don't get heard this time. Let's go quietly.
All right. Give me a group stealth check with +10 for pass without a trace. And that
Armor's in the bag of holding.
lasts an hour, right? I didn't
Yeah.
read it when you popped it in there. Okay.
It lasts 1 hour.
Holy crap. That's a
That should be a 14.
14,
Yeah,
right? Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
Forgot the 10.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not putting the 10 in. Mine's 27.
Okay.
Sorry.
Vela's is a 31, and Newman's is 29. Okay, you guys are good. We're going to go to break, and I will ask everybody to please level up
Ooh.
as we
I want to
enter.
level up on stream.
Okay, we can level up on stream if you would prefer,
It's
but
more
let's.
fun to level up on stream if people chit chat. But we can level up. We can come back to it.
Well,
You know,
we can take a bio break, and then we'll take a brief bio break, and then if people want to level up on stream, that's fine. But I think there tends to get a little chatty and not. But that's fine. Either way, however you want to do it, you may please level up. I believe to 15,
Yes.
Oh
and
man,
you will
big
be
day.
entering the vault of the Drow. As
Does our hit points stay the same?
you roll up, just remember what you are from your maximum and subtract it from
And
the new.
remove that. Okay.
Yep. That's not how a lot of people do it, but that's how I'm going to do it.
That's not how I'm going to do it. Cool.
All right. We're going to take a quick bio break, and we'll be right back. We're going back to muting. Um, so like it was for most
We'll
of the
check
stream.
on you.
Okay.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on Drive-Thru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled, powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on Drive-Thru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled, powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on Drive-Thru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled, powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on Drive-Thru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on DriveThru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on DriveThru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race, identity, and ability ride daily since bicycling is affordable and fully integrated into public transport. The American way of life has been transformed. People are happier, and the planet is healthier. This is our goal.
In Kids on Bikes, you take on the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and very, very powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. Using stats like grit, charm, fight, flight, brains, and brawn, you'll choose your own destiny in this storytelling, rules-light tabletop role-playing game where adventure is a bike ride away. Kids on Bikes even allows you to create a communally controlled, powered character to add another dimension of gameplay to your games. Jump right into the action and create your own band of ragtag mystery solvers today. Hunt down a rare remaining physical copy at your favorite local game store or download the PDF on Drive-Thru RPG. Kids on Bikes 2nd edition is anticipated very soon.
People for Bikes is the U.S. bicycle industry's trade association and a national advocacy nonprofit representing more than 325 bicycle industry supplier members and nearly 1.4 million individuals. Through our 3 areas of influence, infrastructure, policy, and participation, we accelerate the construction of safe, fun, and connected places to bike. We advance pro-bike business legislation and reduce barriers to access, welcoming more people to the joys of riding a bike. Our goal, become the best place to ride a bike in the world. What does that look like to us? From large urban cities to small rural towns, the U.S. is the best place to ride a bike. For recreation, or to safely get where you want to go. Communities are more connected and vibrant thanks to the bicycle. Protected bike lanes, trails, and bike parks are ubiquitous, and children are taught to ride in elementary school. Biking is commonplace. People of every age, size, race.
Hello, we are back. The players are in the final stages of leveling up. We'll just let them finish up with that. I am going to move them, and hopefully this, as they're leveling up, I don't want to create an issue, but I do want to get them all gathered together here so I can just copy and paste them. All right. And I'm going to move them onto this map, which is not a real map. Well, it is a real map. That sounds stupid. It's a real map, but it's not a tactical map. Can you guys see it? Because I have the party token there. All right.
Yep.
You are now in the first hex of the map you were given by the friendly Drow Mage. I am going to let you guys go back into leveling here in a second. I just want to, let everybody know what's going on here. As you descend down the tunnel that you went down to the south, that led northwest, you are descending rapidly, and to the point where you're actually, unless you have cave as favored terrain, which I know Our ranger does not. Uh, you have to carefully move down. Well, the monk doesn't need to carefully move down, but to avoid.
I got spider. A
Oh
couple
yeah,
of
yeah,
us.
it's spider climb. Yeah, you guys are all fine, but you know that
Not all.
without that you would slip quite a bit because this is like a 15% grade. Like they say truck hazard at 7%. You guys are you guys are at 15% grade, uh, and are just there's loose rock, and then about maybe a half mile into this descent. And you guys have been in the Underdark before, but this feels slightly different as the the walls begin to glow with a purple phosphorant glow. And so, although it is dim light in here, you are not completely blinded. Uh, the 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 main passageway that you're in, you feel like this is absolutely carved, maintained. It's 20 feet wide, 30 feet tall. Uh, and
Of
although,
course, now we get into caverns that giants could traverse easily.
yeah, really stupid. they some of the people are like, well, one was always better. No, no, it was not. um. Anyway, I will ask, how are you guys doing on leveling up, and would you like to share new abilities that your character has gained at level 15? Or does anybody want to talk through their leveling still? Because
I leveled up. I'm
a-
done.
as as Dusty's pointed out, sometimes the chat does have advice. If you have any leveling questions you want to throw out there, um, I don't know
I'm just
who's
going
with
to talk
us.
through, just let you know, Paul, for DM purposes.
Okay,
So I took, instead of an ability score improvement, I took Dungeon Delver based on the amount of dungeons we've been in as a feat. So that means I am alert to hidden traps and secret doors found in many dungeons. I have advantage on perception and investigation checks made to detect the presence of secret doors. I have advantage on saving throws made to avoid or resist traps. And I have resistance to damage dealt by traps. I also don't have the normal passive perception -5 penalty that happens if we're traveling at a fast pace,
wow.
which I don't think I've ever seen you impose. But
You
that's
guys
what I took because I
actually,
felt like we'd been through a
whenever I've
ton of
asked, you guys
dungeons.
have chosen not to go fast. So,
Right. Yeah.
uh, but
So,
that is a wow, great choice. You're going to need to remind me that you have that.
right.
Uh,
I figured, and that's why I wanted to make sure you knew right away.
Absolutely. Perfect. Wow, great choice. Fun choice.
Very cool.
All right.
Dusty, and I guess anybody else. Does anyone have access to the scrying spell?
I don't think I do.
I
Okay.
Let me
might.
check.
I didn't change out my spells because um we didn't rest, but I was looking at what my known
Oh, yeah.
spells were.
I have access to it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
do
have it
too.
prepared.
Cool. I won't take it then. Yeah. So right now I'm debating what I learned another spell and I'm debating what it was. So that's the big thing. Also, I took some stuff that's going to cause problems for you, Paul. I'm sorry, but it's the way the game is designed.
It is.
Um,
I understand.
so I took two. I dropped my levitating uh,
Oh, you dropped levitating.
incantation. Yeah, I liked it, but it just felt like levitating is like just a less cool flying, and it just
And
keeps
this
on.
way I can carry him and it'll be like snuggle
True.
time.
That's right. For sure. You can definitely get the bodyguard thing going on.
As long as
Nice.
Barry's not already clearing him.
So I took two
Nice.
things.
Don't get me with that.
One that'll be less problematic for you. I can go invisible at will. It still takes an action, but I can cast invisibility at will
Okay.
without expending a spell slot, which isn't a big thing, but just probably for the party to know. I kept the spell invisibility because then I can just get one extra invisible, you know.
Sure.
So, and the other thing I took for you, Paul, for you to put in the back of your head, and I'll try to remind you if it comes relevant. I took Witch Sight. So I can see the true form of any shapeshifter or creature concealed by illusion or transmutation magic within 30 feet that I can see. So if there's any
Does that mean you can
that
see
kind of
mimics?
stuff.
Fortuitous
know.
grab.
Mimics are an illusion.
Is
They're
it
not an
okay?
Mics are
illusion.
not illusion.
They're not an illusion.
Oh,
They
that's
are
right.
that shape.
So yeah, I just figured we're getting into this these people are casters, and I'm just thinking, yeah, the drow anyways. So that's what that is, and then
Wow, great choice.
does it mess everything up? I'm sorry.
No, it'll make it
It
fun.
just seemed neat.
It'll be fun.
Okay. Cool, and I'm just debating what I pick for my other spell. So I learned an extra spell, and I'm just not sure. So I'm still looking at that.
Got it. All right. What was new for Elva?
Not much.
No.
I pressed the level up button.
Level 15 fighter.
No choices to make.
15 doesn't do anything, huh?
I gained arcane charge. When I use my action surge, I can also teleport 30 feet.
Oh,
But
wow.
It does nothing right now because I have no action surge. I have no assets. I have no resources.
Until you
I
guys take a
tapped.
long rest. Yeah, you guys are tapped. Yep.
So right now, I gained some hit points.
Okay. Fair enough. What's new for Newbin?
He's got 7 more hit points and can't be aged.
15, I guess, is a letdown, huh?
Yeah, 16 is the next big one for ability scores and stuff.
Gotcha.
Feels like it's the Warlocks level. Well, and I don't know
Yep.
what you took, Dusty, but the two of you got some really fun stuff.
How did Mary do?
I took another level in Druid, so I can use 2 of my wild shapes at the same time to become an elemental.
Ooh.
And I got another cantrip.
Ooh. What cantrip did
I
you
picked
take?
Gust.
Gust is a fun cantrip.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? So wait, what's the split now for Mary?
5-10.
5-10, okay.
5 ranger, 10 druid.
Gotcha.
And just so y'all know, scrying requires a
Yes.
component. So before any of us can do it, we would need to get those components.
Yep. You guys do need some kind of thing that's worth like a lot of GP.
1,000 GP.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 1,000. It's like
Which is
holy
more
water
than
font or a silver
999.
Yeah. I know. It just came up in Critical Role recently. That is why I'm thinking about it. Like what you use has to be like a mirror, a bottle. It's something, a vessel that holds water, or
Yeah.
Right, it's a font filled with holy water, a crystal ball, a silver mirror, a focus worth at least 1,000. You know, it has.
That's all cool stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll run into something you guys can use.
All right.
Yeah, maybe that armor is nice and shiny. We can just use that.
What is Vela's split now? 3 rogue and
I am
12
yeah.
cleric. Okay.
3 rogue, 12 cleric. Yeah, I took a level in cleric, which is why I got the cool thing, because I was hitting 12. 12 levels, so I got a
12.
ability
Yeah,
improvement.
the evens I think tend to be a little cooler.
Well, multiples of 4.
Multiples of 4.
Or ASIs.
Yeah. And robes.
We already did
Yeah.
robes.
Well, I'll fill out the whole thing. So I picked up another spell. I added I ended up adding Hold Monster.
Oh.
And
Ooh.
for my Mystic Arcanum, whatever, I took Demiplane. So while we are all completely exhausted, technically that's a new thing. So I have access to the Demiplane if we want to make use of that or try it out. I also got an extra. I think and then I also changed up my invocation. I think I mentioned that, but
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
So I actually get a lot of stuff at this level.
Nice. All right. So, as I described, you guys are descending rapidly along this purple lit, 20-foot wide, 30-foot high corridor. The stone does appear carved, although not block laden. So this is not like you're not walking through an underground fortress. You are going through a well carved, clearly maintained uh, uh, passageway that is heading, well, northwest.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
I have an orb of direction that always lets me know which way is north on the material plane. So if
Awesome.
we're on the material
Unless we
plane,
have left the material plane.
yeah, unless we've left the material plane, uh, I can kind of figure out which way we're going.
perfect. Well, then Mary can confirm you are heading northwest. Uh, as you move, that's actually probably going to be rather useful in this adventure. Uh, and so, uh, but as you are descending, you are very cognizant, very cognizant of the fact that you are not in Kansas anymore. This is this is deeper than you went when you went to Limashadul. This is this is an ecosystem of which all of you are somewhat, if not completely, unfamiliar. Uh, you see some signs of your friends, or at least groups of friends that you've made with the Myconids. Some of you are less trusting of the Myconids than others. Uh, but you don't see any Myconids. In fact, you don't see anything at all for the first descent. However, I will need one of you for the first mile to make a fateful D12 roll.
Not it.
I'll do it.
All right, Tony? All right. As you descend, you are, uh, as I stated, the pathway is dimly lit with this moss, this fungus that phosphorescently glows a violet color. Um, but you guys are getting rather tired. You have been going for some time. You have used up all of the short rests you can take. It is getting on towards a point where you could take a long rest, but you don't see any alcoves or any places to move towards. But thus far, nothing has crossed your path as you walk down this path.
Well, I want to maybe try something if you are willing to go on an experimental journey with me.
Will that journey take us out of this place? Because
Uh,
I've not experienced this and I don't care for it.
Temporarily, I think so. And I will go up to one of the cavern walls, sort of the path we're going, and where we maybe would wish there were an alcove that we could camp out.
Yeah.
And I will use my new invocation, and I'm gonna touch the door and kind of like take like my finger, kind of like draw like a door shape
Yeah.
on the wall, and it like lights up like white with light, and then just manifests into like a wooden door, like a kind of sort of the same color as the rock, but clearly a handle, and looks like a door into a little hut. And I'll just open the door up and
Was
reveal inside a demi-plane.
what now you can choose stone or wood, it said. So what do you want it to look like in there?
I think what I think robes wouldn't know, because like this is sort of like, this is eldritch, right? This is coming from the patron.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
Can
the weaver have
can I
done?
can I go a little off book?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's papery. Everything is
Ooh.
rounded and papery, and looks like you're in a shedded snakeskin. Uh,
Lovely.
uh, Enormous, as if it was you are walking into the shedded skin of a 30-foot tall by 30-foot wide snake's body. But you step on it, it's solid, but everything has that sort of it looks like a what are those called? A copper what's the snake? The copper
Forehead?
copperhead. It looks like a copperhead snake.
Yeah.
So it's got the reddish and yellow and green sort of striations of color
Mhm.
throughout. It's pretty in a way. But
That's what I think, anyways.
you're walking into snakeskin. I think that's to me. I was hoping
Yeah, that's
you would
perfect.
let me do that, but
No, it's perfect, and I feel like that's appropriate because you're effectively the patron. So
yeah.
that's what my patron has gifted me.
So the room you are in a shedded snakeskin room of 30 feet by 30 feet by 30 feet.
Oh, that's an improvement, certainly.
It's
I'm perfectly
maybe,
comfortable with that.
it's perfectly
Love what you've
temperate.
done with the place.
You can think of it as like you're walking into my heart.
I slept on snakeskin scales most of my adolescence.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Well, right now it's
Yeah.
empty. So not
Question
a very
Winst-
inviting place.
question for Winston. The door remains visible on the other side for 1 hour, right?
Yeah. Now that
And it's not
said,
concentration. I don't know that you can change that.
yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, that's right. It's I was looking at the spell type, not the. Yep. Okay. So we'll have that aspect. Now, of course, we can like bar the door. I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. Like, what's our interpretation of door?
It's a door. So what I'm thinking, I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. Uh, Mechanically, what I'm thinking is you have an hour before that door disappears. So I'll ask for another roll to see if somebody wanders
Mhm.
up and sees a door on the side of a wall. That looks weird.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's certainly fair.
but after that, the door disappears, and you guys are trapped in there for until you cast out. So
Cool.
trapped and can
So
take a long rest, but
it's I'm just like standing inside and like beckoning people through this like mystically glowing portal way.
Bela is being beckoned into Robes' heart. She's gonna walk in while holding her breath, and her eyeballs are like the size of her face. She's like a giant, like a chibi head right now.
if this were one of those animes where they draw the emotions, your eyes would be like all hearts and stuff, and you would all of a sudden go chibi head.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
And then everybody would start shouting. Anyway.
Well, we
Yep,
would have already
exactly.
been screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an anime. Let's be real.
That's funny.
All right.
Robes would have screamed about you could enter his heart.
This is my heart. You can come in here.
So yeah, so I will. I'll invite everybody else in. Come on in. Get comfortable. I don't have a bed. I don't have a bedroll. Surely, I mean, how else have I been taking long rests?
Yeah.
Right? I don't should have a Milla. So yeah, so
A chair.
Creepy.
Can I put
So-
my bed in your heart?
So this place, I don't know what it is exactly, but I know in somehow that we can access it again. So if there's anything we want to keep here, we can. We can add on to it more in the future, but right now I have to rest again before I can get us out. So I guess a little bit of trust maybe that things will be okay.
Trust you implicitly.
Yes. I mean, I think we have to at this point.
Do we want to
Not
leave
that I
some of the
wouldn't
things
anyway.
from the bag of holding in here?
I was kind of thinking because like we can access this at any point, so it might be a good idea. Like Paul kind of suggested, like it could almost be serve as a bit of a storage treasure room. Like my brain is going to like Stardew Valley mode, of like where do I put all my barrels of jam and stuff. Like we can totally put stuff in here and like start storing all of our goods.
I'm gonna pull all the barrels of jam out of my.
Zoop.
Also, the threads would be here. If they were here, they're not on the material plane.
Is that bad?
No, I mean we have them not on the material plane now because they're in the bag of holding.
Oh,
But
right.
we take the
right.
bag of holding with us. We could leave them in here, and they're even less accessible. Because if someone were to get the bag of holding, they could get them out of there if
Right.
they knew they were in there. If we leave them here, they have to have an 8th level spell, this 8th level spell, and know that you made this place to be able to
Right.
open a door to it.
Yeah.
I
it's
think
like
I
a-
think it would be incredibly difficult as a DM. I'm trying to think of a rules way I could do that, and I don't think I.
You'd have
It's
like an
rough.
NPC would have to see you open it,
Yep.
know what the spell was, and have access to it.
Yeah, I think it'd be super rough.
If we get to a spot where you could cast this because we know we're safe to sleep, it might be good for me to have it in my, like, right now I have counterspell in my ring of spell storing, but it might be good for me to maybe put this
Can
one
you-
in there.
Can your ring store a spell of this level?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think it's only up to 5 levels.
I don't think it can handle this jelly.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Well, you
No,
can
I
look.
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know
I just actually looked at a ring of spell storing, and I think its 5th level is the max it can do.
We could try. We can explode the ring.
Yeah.
Or up to 5 levels worth of spells.
Yeah.
What level is counterspell?
3.
Third.
Oh, but it's warlock, right? So that means you cast it at whatever you're at.
Yeah, I cast it at 5th level if I'm putting counterspell in there.
Yeah. I think you did. I think you gave it to me when you were at 5th level.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that was a whole thing. Kept the ring at it gives an extra spell slot basically. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a 5th level counter spell, so that means you can counter a 5th level spell automatically, and then you just do the roll. So it's still good to have that.
What do you guys
So
say?
the only thing,
You guys are emptying out
and
the bag of
just-
holding, or
yeah, just dumping it.
okay?
No,
We'd
no,
like all
we're
the
not doing
things.
that.
All the things. All the things.
So I
Tag-
just
Paul,
need to,
Paul, can you create a separate place to keep this stuff then?
No, we'll just leave it there, and you guys can just say, "Oh," or
Nah.
do you want that, Tony? If you want it, I'll make it. But otherwise, we could just say it's your party
Oh,
loot.
no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's party loot.
However you want to do it. Technically, I think if you open a bag of holding in a demi
oh, can we even bring it in here?
plane,
I don't think so. I don't think that's a problem.
I think
Okay.
It's because this is a demi-plane. The bag of holding is an extra planar space.
okay.
Right.
All right.
I think the language is
Substantively different.
True.
All right.
While we're chilling
I'll
and
go with the
looking for
lawyer.
bag of holding, I'm gonna bring out a fuzzy ball.
That's an extra planar space. It explodes. I'm kidding. It's not.
yeah,
But
it's extra
We all die.
dimensional, not demi-plane.
Right. Yeah. You can bring out a fuzzy ball. I'm
I-
just
I-
joking, Dusty.
Okay, I bring out a fuzzy ball.
Okay.
And I'm gonna find the thing.
You'd like it run around inside the demi-plane?
Well, because it follows my command, so I just want. I was thinking like if I get a moose, I'll have something to snuggle with. Because I assume I can't snuggle actually with ropes. I don't have the
Probably.
rollable table anymore.
We're
It
gonna
went
be
away.
stuck in a room with a moose.
What if
Maybe
it's like
it might be a
weasel?
ferret.
That could be perfect. Yeah, ferret.
I don't have a rollable table anymore. DM.
Giant rat.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's super snuggly. I'm gonna
How long
snuggle
does
up
it
with
last?
the
One
giant
day.
rat till daybreak. Last till morning. So the other reason that I'm doing it is so that we get up, because we're in a demi-plane, so we're extra time. Like we're not gonna have a good sense of how long we've been in here. I don't think. So I'm using it as like
All
when
right.
the giant rat goes away.
I'm
it's also
I'm going to call a couple questions here. The first hour, the door is still available. Would somebody please roll me a d12 to see if you roll a 1, somebody will knock on the door.
I'll
Can I?
roll it.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Mary. What do we? Mary,
That's
sorry,
all
Robin.
right.
Robin,
Let's
go ahead.
roll.
No, please.
It's all right.
Okay.
Wait, you wanted to roll it?
Nope, I don't want to roll it. You can roll it.
Okay.
Now I want to know what you're going to say.
No,
Tell us
I don't
mystery.
want to slow.
Super curious.
Mystery.
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Just go. Go, go, go.
All right. All right. Nothing happens, and the door disappears after the first hour, unless Robin's question had something to do with the first hour of action. Robin.
No, no. It
Okay.
didn't.
All right. So the door disappears, and you guys are free to take a long rest. Sorry, Robin. What would you like to do?
It's not. It's a moot point. I was thinking of trying to help not need that roll, but then I just was like, let's just move forward. So.
Oh, okay.
If it would have been a 1, I've been so mad.
Yeah, well, it probably wouldn't have been helpful anyway. It was just one of those like, oh, I have a thought, and then it's like, it's not worth it. So, and now
Fair
it's
enough.
already been too much conversation about it. Sorry.
We're good. You guys can all take the benefit of a long rest. Is there
Are
anything
we going
else
to do any investigate? Oh, I
you
would like
want
to
to
know
look
about the
at?
armor we pulled.
Okay. Has anybody have an identify spell or anything?
We actually have a whole bunch of stuff that we want to identify at some point.
Or just try out because you have 24 hours, or as long as, I guess, after a long rest, then you can do it again, right?
Yep.
You have as long as you want.
We hang out here for like a week. We could just
I might
sculpt
get
a
tired
giant
of it.
mansion.
By then.
I mean, I like you a
I
lot.
cast Woodberry before we rest, so you guys can have some food if you want.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll slot some on as well.
Nice. All right. Everybody eats good berries, so they're good for 24 hours. Everybody gets a long rest, and you're in the sneaky
I don't
demi-plane.
have identify. Does anybody have identify?
No.
But you can identify by messing around with something for an hour, but you take the risk of it being cursed. And
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
take the risk of the cursed armor.
okay.
I want to investigate that before I go to sleep.
Before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. After wearing it around for about an hour, it is chainmail that acts as if it were light armor.
So I could wear it.
If you have proficiency in light armor, you could wear it and have the benefits of chainmail.
And it's chain mail, not a chain shirt.
Correct.
It's not elven chain.
Correct. It is chain
Got it.
mail. But if you have light armor proficiency, you may wear it, which is not typically the case.
Mm-hmm.
And elven chain is typically a chain shirt, so this is quite a
Even
bit
better.
Yes, this is substantively better. It also is not really chain either. So.
Does anybody else want this? Because I'm a fan. I'd love to keep it if anybody else doesn't need it, but if somebody else needs armor, I'm happy to share.
Does not benefit me.
Is it metal?
It's not metal.
I think I can think of someone.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was assuming chainmail is metal, so I was not saying anything. I don't want to take it from Vela though. I tend to stay back. So
it's actually not made of metal?
No.
It's chainmail not made of metal rings.
Correct.
So here's the thing.
Let's take a good look at it. What is it made of?
Yeah.
As you spend time looking
Polyester.
at it, it is made of spider fibers.
Leather.
That's
Mary, this is made of spider web, and I know you've been looking for armor. Do you need any armor? I'm going to offer it.
Spider web?
It is. It is.
Oh, no.
The United States military has been for years studying spider webs for making better armor. Yeah,
It is, man. We've been kind of anti-spider in this group.
Yeah, I know.
I also hate to break it to you. I think it decreases your armor class anyways. Because it's an AC 16.
AC 16.
Yeah.
With no bonus from dexterity.
Well, it's plus
Yeah,
one. It's plus one, so
Oh, okay. So
So
being
AC
yeah.
17.
yeah.
I currently have an armor class of 17 with my studded leather.
So that would make it
So
same for you.
yeah, I think I will avoid the spider web armor. I'm not even turning into spiders anymore.
I feel like if like you fight fire with fire, that's a saying, right? You have to fight
Fight
fire with
spiders with
fire.
spiders.
Saying, but it's kind of
And-
stupid. I don't know if you noticed, but every time Nubin does Hellish Rebuke on the fire giants, it didn't really do anything. So I mean,
I'm just kind of trying to figure out, like, it makes sense for me to wear spider web when we're thinking we might fight a giant spider.
Vela, I don't want to put this in your head, but you're Shalagala, and now you're wearing their armor. You're slowly turning into one of them, I think.
Oh,
Use half elf.
that did it. Now I'm doing it for sure. I can be dreamy eyes.
It'll give you a 17 armor class.
Okay,
That's
I'm
nice.
gonna take it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna leave the Mariner's half plate in the
In the
In
room.
the demiplane.
in the room. And you said this is +1.
Yep. You could call it.
Is there like a
just put
specific thing?
chainmail +1 on, and if it gives you any like squawk, I'll have to create something to put it on there. But just if you can throw chainmail +1 on, and it lets you, then we'll just go with that. Otherwise, I'll have to create a magic.
You could do
Interestingly, this is what it's written in the original AD&D.
Oh, that's interesting.
But they don't have an analog in 5e.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
there's
getting
no-
spider silk armor in some of those games.
So I can create it in D&D Beyond as a
Yeah,
homebrew. It
I
won't let
think-
you equip it.
Oh,
because-
I got a chainmail. I have a chainmail +1.
Okay.
It was underneath. I had to load more to get to it.
Okay.
I was like, I can't. There's no way to customize to do a +1 on it, but I found one. That is a +1.
And I was
Okay,
gonna
so we have-
say you could do the elven chain shirt and make it +2 or
Yeah,
whatever the heck.
that would work too. But I can also, if you would like, create. I just figured we could throw chainmail +1 on, but I can
might
homebrew
need
it.
you to, because right now it's gonna put a bunch of defaulted disadvantages on me
Yep. And it
because
won't
I'm not proficient in it.
and it will not give you disadvantage either for stealth because
Ooh,
it's
so
considered
fancy.
light. So
Ooh, nice.
So fancy.
so
I'm so
I
excited.
will just remind
You're
me.
gonna add it?
I will make a homebrew magic item and add it to you, but remind me to do that after the game. But for now, just don't take disadvantage on armor, and remember your armor class is 17. So
Now, when I equip my Mariner's half plate, and then I unequip it and equip my chainmail, they're giving me the same AC.
I bet they would. Because half plate is base 15 plus your dex mod plus 2 points of dex.
yep.
So it would be 17.
But you will no longer have a stealth disadvantage with this.
Oh, so I don't have the dex. Got it. It's the dex bonus that's no.
Yeah, the chainmail does not let you add anything to dex for your defense, your AC.
But it looks really cool, and that's the thing. Spider
And
web
if
armor.
you're roguey and you were having disadvantage on stealth, that's a problem.
That's
So
that's
solves
kind of a
that
deal.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm really curious how this
That's
is
not
happening,
actually
because it
who I thought was going to take it. I actually thought this was going to go to Mary, but I didn't realize Mary was already at a. But anyway,
I'm
doesn't
telling
matter.
you, the studded leather that I picked up not
Yeah,
too long ago.
pretty good stuff.
I mean,
Non-magic, plain
pretty
old
good.
studded leather.
Yep. Yep.
That was an upgrade from the leather armor I was wearing for most of the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're a Dexy person, like so much of your AC is off your Dex anyway.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
You're like you get 4 points off
I
just being
do.
nimble.
Yeah. I do.
Mariner's half plate doesn't have any notes about. I mean, maybe it's just because of the way that it's written. in D&D Beyond, but there's like, it says AC 15 stealth disadvantage. And then the chainmail says AC 17 stealth disadvantage.
Yeah, it should.
And but I just think it's interesting because the half plate doesn't include the fact that it's giving me a dex bonus.
Right.
But even with the dex bonus, it would be my dex. It would just be my straight dex bonus, right?
Well, it's limited to +2.
Got
Yeah,
it.
So
Okay.
the
yeah.
half plate is
That's
15 plus 2
Okay.
from Dex. If you
Got
have
it.
at least 2.
You're
Okay.
gonna get your full
Thank you.
dex bonus with this.
Oh.
Not to AC.
Not with my chainmail?
Yep.
Well, that's a broken item then,
Uh,
because that's like leather armor that starts at a 16 and then adds your Dex.
yeah, that's actually what I intended. But that's broken?
That's incredible.
Okay. Never mind.
The
I like
whole
incredible.
bounded
I'm a fan of
accuracy is
incredible.
right out the window with that item.
Really? Okay. I thought
Yeah.
it was actually fair, but all right. I'll back off that.
That would give a rogue a base AC of 21.
Oh. Never
Yeah.
mind.
No, it would give me a base AC.
Well, it's +1, and you have a rogue with an 18 Dex. So if you're pure rogue, you have a minimum 18, probably a 20 Dex at this level. Would
I
give
have
you actually
16.
a base AC of 22.
Yep.
For
well,
pure
but if
rogue.
it's a Dex +2 max.
No.
But this is
No.
what
I
he's saying is this
actually
would've been
said
limited.
it. Yeah. Ed's right. Ed's right.
Okay.
So
Got it.
I didn't do the math. So
that would be the equivalent of studded leather +5
Yeah.
at a +5 enchantment.
yeah, no, we can't do that. Okay. Then never mind. Let me shop that around a little bit because I'm using an AD&D thing and trying
But
to
in
convert it to
AD&D,
5e.
they had +5 items.
It did, but it also had no pluses really to anything else. So like a +5 item, you almost needed it to do anything. So let me shop that back. But
Okay.
basically for now, you basically
I'll
have
just
no.
do a base of 17.
Well, yeah, okay, but the big thing is you don't have a disadvantage on stealth. Is what
Right.
I want to make sure is what's happening. It's considered light, so that and then it gives you a +1, and it does not give you a disadvantage on stealth. Those are the things that I want to have happen. Does that break it if I do that?
No, that's totally fine. It's just getting to add a Dex modifier on top of any heavy armor would be game breaking.
Okay.
Because this is considered light, but it is heavy armor. It is chainmail.
Right. So they have proficiency, but they don't get light armor, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So like the Elven Chain shirt, it's a medium armor, and it just says you are considered to be proficient with this when wearing it. Period.
That's what I wanted. Okay.
So this would be chainmail +1 with you are considered to be proficient with this while wearing it, provided you're at least proficient with light armor.
Good. Done. That's what it is. That makes sense for what I think it was trying to do in AD&D. So that's what it is. I'll write it up as such, and we'll drop it on your character sheet. Okay. Sorry.
Totally
everybody.
random, but does that mean wizards can wear Elven Chain?
Yep.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god. That's cool.
What about
But monks and
wizards?
barbarians cannot, and they would lose their unarmored bonus.
Yep.
Yeah. Monks too, yeah. They lose everything.
All right.
I think your robe is really fancy enough, Nubin. I mean, you don't have to. These discussions about the armor and everything, I hope you don't feel left out. Cause
Not at all. Not
you've
at
been
all.
wearing like the same outfit in like all the time that I've known you, so I'm just
We
saying.
we do have
Like fun.
in the bag of holding. We also have magic boots that are unidentified and a magic cloak that is unidentified. We also have a magic mace that is unidentified.
Paul, do you have is there any chance in hell you remember what those boots are?
Yep, I do.
Okay. I mean, what's the worst thing that happened? They're
Is
cursed.
there any chance we remember where we picked them up, and so we can make some
No,
speculation on
I
what the curse-
I actually remember those boots. So
I'm gonna put them on and walk around. Like while Vela's strutting around in the chainmail, trying to figure out how it works, I'm doing the same with the boots.
okay. So so like you guys is this after your long rest that you're doing this?
Mine was before we went to bed.
I know, but I'm
For
just
sure.
I just for flavor I'm asking this question. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Other than
I'd be doing
flavor.
it, I guess, before long rest.
All right. So everybody else is trying to sleep, and you guys are waiting that 1 hour before the door disappears, where everybody can breathe a sigh of relief that you are 100% in a demi-plane. And Robes, as Noob's putting he's just pulling shit out of the bag of holding and putting it on there, and you see the boots, and Robes puts them on. And he starts walking around, and after about 20 minutes, he starts like bouncing like Tigger.
Oh no.
And they are boots of striding and springing.
Cool.
While you wear these boots, your walking speed becomes 30 feet unless your walking speed is higher, and your speed isn't reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor. In addition, you can jump 3 times the normal distance, though you can't jump farther than your remaining movement would allow. They're not amazing, but they're kind of cool.
Yeah. Do they require attunement? They do. Oh.
They do, unfortunately, and I don't think they're cool enough for attunement at your level.
Yeah, I'm over attuned. I mean, not over attuned, but I've got Waith, the rod, and a thread. So while they're neat, I'll put them back. If anyone's interested, has room.
So these are magic boots of what? Bounding and
Striding and springing.
They're Tigger boots.
If Noob wears them, he can jump his full 100 feet.
Oh my god.
holy shit, that'd be amazing.
If you step of the wind with these on, you could jump your full move.
That would be amazing.
They're just regular boots. They're not armor.
They're
not armor.
No, they're not armor.
Yeah, they just require an attunement slot. That's
If
the only catch.
you've got 3 things attuned, you'd have to give something up.
Oh. All right, let me see. What do I got attuned here? Oh, no. No, because I've got the Ring of Spell Storing, the Ring of Free Action, and the Cloak of Protection.
You don't have the Ring of Free Action anymore because you gave it to me.
Oh.
But you gave it to me because you were subbing something else in, so something's missing.
Wait a minute. Yeah, something is missing.
You're-
Halfling's Vault.
Yeah, you have a
There's a
+1.
thread.
You have a no. Did you no longer? Did you? Yeah. Do you have a thread attuned to you?
No, I don't. I was released from that.
That's right.
I think Robespierre and Mary are the only ones.
The only
that
ones attuned, right?
are attuned right now.
Yeah, but I guess I would question: did you ever replace it when you took it off?
You did, because that's when you gave me the. I think Hoftingsval might be, because it is now has the warning
Yep.
capacity.
Yep.
That might be
Maybe.
an attunement thing.
I don't.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think I added an attunement quality to it.
Well, what I was gonna say, Ed, is if he had the bracelet on and he gave you the ring and then he took the bracelet off, what did he take back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Robin's going into the
I think he
record.
took.
No,
I think he
just-
didn't.
I
I
don't
think he just has an
know.
empty slot.
I was looking to see
I
how
don't.
many. I was trying to keep track of the threads, but yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
I
right
do.
now I'm attuned to Halfling's Vault, the Cloak of Protection, and the Ring of
Okay.
Spell Storing.
Okay.
Now, I don't remember at all what's in the Ring of Spell Storing, to be frank.
We can put something in it. Want me to put a counter
Sure.
spell in there?
I could put a mass cure wounds in there.
Oh yeah.
So what
Then you
I
could
have
heal
for,
all of us if you're.
for
sorry.
the threads, and I don't know how accurate, but I have Robes and Mary wearing one, Vela and Elva were carrying one, and Nubin had 3 in the bag of holding.
Right.
So
Because
that
in the
was
bag of holding, I have, let's see, let me make sure I've got all these.
7.
that would be 7, right?
Yep. Yep.
3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1.
Are we doing
Plus two
Clue?
plus one.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
No, I was trying to do math.
That's my favorite part of that movie. No. 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Yeah, I have 2 regular threads, and then I've got Snur's necklace with a thread of wolf in it.
Yep.
And we were saying we're going to leave those in this demi-plane?
It was an idea.
Okay. That was something we were tossing around. Okay.
It would make them
'Cause it
harder to recover.
It would be, and that was our goal,
Yes.
to try to get them as
Making them harder to recover in this instance is a good thing.
for others
Well-
to recover. And you can recover them because you can
Oh.
breathe the space again, right?
I can, but the thing to think about is so in the morning, I will cast the spell again for us to get out. I will not be able to cast that spell for at least a day to get back in.
Gotcha.
So,
So we can only have this to go to bed and then to get out. And then the next night we have to brave the elements. And then the following night we can get back in.
right. So basically, every 2 days, I can get us access to this if we take long rest in here. Now, that said, next time that we come in, I could cast the dimension door. We could come in, and we could leave the same time. We just could not take a long rest.
Oh, while the door still exists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, it's not 2 days to go in and out. It's just 2 days if we go in and then sleep
Okay.
Mhm.
and then come
That
out.
makes sense.
So,
So if we had to go in and grab the threads, we could do that.
We
you
could
could
do
run
that.
in, run right out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming we
Okay.
hadn't slept in it the night before.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. That's the main limitation. So it's cool to use it for. I just really wanted to try it out for fun, but like we need to
Yeah.
be thoughtful. Like if we're gonna have important stuff in here, we need to do that very sparingly. It needs to mostly just be to open it to get in and get out.
Well, and now's the time to try it because we know we've got giants on our tail and we have no idea
Mhm.
what's in front of us. So I think it's a good choice.
Cool. Yeah, I figured there'll probably be other times when we'll be like in a really bad place. Like we shouldn't like plan to use it every couple days. My thoughts, just kind of when we know it's like bad or we just need to get in there and get some
Yeah.
stuff.
Have to use it when we really need it.
Right. So I still think the bag of holding has a purpose. We just may not want
Oh yeah, for sure.
the threads.
Yeah, anything that we think we might want or need, we should keep in the bag of holding. But keeping things like the threads in here, I think, is great because it just makes it that much harder for anybody else to get a hold of them.
Yeah.
Before we go to sleep, I'm gonna cast. I don't have any mass cure wounds, but Newbin, do you want a spell in your ring that would be like a protection spell or a fighting spell?
That is a very good question.
I'm very wise. Paul, I need wine.
I will bring you
Well-
one. I'm bringing you a
Really?
bottle.
I think Nubin would ask the group what would make the most sense because he is unwise.
Well, it can have up to 5th level. So that for me means I can give you a anti-life shell, which probably wouldn't be useful for you because you like to fight really close. Commune, so you could talk to gods. I could give you. I don't have a glass.
Just drink from the bottle.
Just take a good pull.
I could give you one that makes people sick. I don't like that one very much. Dawn, where I can give you bright light. Dispel evil and good. Flame strike, which puts a big towering inferno in front of you. Gaius, which I really don't like. Gaius, I really don't like it at all. It makes people do things that they don't want to do with absolutely no willpower left. But we may end up having to use it for Lilith. You could do greater restoration, or we could try to make something holy. You could imbue one of your weapons with holy power in case we needed to fight something magical.
Can I just ask,
insect
how
plague.
does that work in the ring? Because like greater restoration requires material components. So like if it's stored in the ring,
You have to
Oh,
spend
I
it
don't-
when you cast it into the ring because
Okay,
you have to
so-
cast
Yeah.
it to put it in there.
so
Yeah.
we would need to have the diamond dust for that.
Which we have. I have so much diamond
Yeah,
dust.
you guys have been stockpiling diamond dust.
Yep. So I have that, or I could put a resurrection in. Oh no, I don't think I can do resurrection.
That's
There.
10,000, I think.
I could do raise dead in there. Obviously, we wouldn't want to just let that one go willy-nilly. But if you have a dead person and within 10 days, you could bring them back to life.
Would it be smart for me to have something where we could resurrect you?
Yeah, I mean, if you have mass cure wounds, would mean that you could heal 6 people as long as we're all close by you, within 30 feet. I just can't put that one in there tonight. We'd have to wait till tomorrow.
What do the rest of you think?
I like the idea. What's the spell? Blinking. Revivify. What about the revivify? That way, if something happens to you, just like Nubin said, Noob, you could revivify her.
Well, I could put raise dead in there in case he can't get to me within a minute.
Which is
What is-
more. How long does it take to cast Raise Dead? Or
Raise dead.
Or does the ring allow you to use an action to release the spell stored? Does the ring require the same amount of time as casting the spell?
That's a great question.
If you use the components in creating it, I would think you have to cast it, use the casting time to put it into the ring, right?
So it may be just an action to release it. I don't know.
It says, while wearing this ring, you can cast any spell stored in it. The
So
spell
you
uses the
still need the
slot
time.
level, spell save DC, spell attack bonus, spell casting ability of the original caster. But otherwise, treated as if you cast the spell.
But you still need the same amount of time to release it that it would take to cast it.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
looks
know.
like.
Yes. I think
how I
that's
would read
fair.
that.
That's how I would read
Well,
that too.
in that case, though, it also doesn't. But then the description of the spell of the ring doesn't include anything about components.
Yeah.
Because then it would imply that you have to use the components once to put it in and once to bring it out. Because I have to use the
Yep.
full hour to put it
That's
in.
a good point.
That's a fair point. I think if you put the components in, then it's one action to cast because you've spent the time putting it in, and it's one action to use the ring, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's how I would read it. If you don't use the components in releasing it from the ring, I don't think you would use the time in releasing it from the ring.
That actually tracks for me. Anybody dissent on that?
No, I think it's your ruling. I think that makes sense because otherwise,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, I
if
think
you read it literally, I think you have to do the components twice.
I think
Yeah.
and that seems unfair and also nerfs the benefit of the ring.
Totally, yeah, I agree.
I think if you have the ring, you spend the components and you put it in the ring, that's basically storing it to use it as an action later, and that's the benefit of that's the magical
Value of the ring.
the benefit of the ring, right? Well, that and also having a spell slot, really. I mean, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
We could get a lot of mileage out of that with stuff like Prayer of Healing.
But
it takes 10 minutes to cast.
yeah,
Getting that
Yeah,
benefit
but
in
even
the combat would
even
be
raise
amazing.
dead. I mean, that's an
Yeah,
hour
it
of.
takes an hour.
yeah.
The question. So my question then is.
But
should
I
change
would
out
want to make
counterspell?
I would want to make sure that you guys are spending that hour then, right? Like, so
Bear in mind, difference between Revivify and Raise Dead. Also, Raise Dead has a -4 penalty to all attack rolls until you finish a long rest, and then it goes to -3. Another
yeah,
long rest -3.
Raise Dead is grim actually.
Revivify is much more useful. It just has to be used right away.
Yep.
Right. So I'm fine with doing Revivify if that's what we want in there. If the value is in that you can bring me back from the dead, if you can't get to me within a minute, I'm
If we
dead.
can't get to you in a minute, we're probably all dead.
That's.
If anybody can get to you in a minute, it's probably Newbin.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially with those.
Because-
Gonna get to you in
because I have the hit
6 seconds,
points
we're not
to
at
Yeah,
take,
I was gonna
yeah.
say exactly. Newman can get you another. He's like FedEx. Yeah.
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 Okay. So then, well, in that case, then I'll do that before we go to sleep.
You're gonna
Because
put
I have-
Revivify into the ring.
Yes.
Okay. I just
Yep.
is that your final answer? That's all I'm asking.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where can I note that? So that
That's a good question.
You could get a little journal.
Yeah, you could do what
Journal
Robin
spell
does in
story.
journal and have 18 notebooks for
Well,
not to make fun of.
You can write
There's
in
the
the
biography-
inventory. You can add a note.
Yep.
Like
Also,
I've-
the biography tab of your character sheet has a whole big thing you can write in at will.
You have a biography?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
yeah.
your character sheet in Foundry, biography is at the end, and then there's a little pen icon in the top right corner
But
that is just a.
I think I
Ah,
have made a
Look at
bunch of
that.
stuff available for you guys too. I think as far as note
I didn't realize
taking.
you could write in that section. That's super exciting.
Can I just say that I don't know how I've never made this reference, but it will forever be my reference is the journal of note storing for your D&D notes. Like, come on, that's so obvious. I've never heard that before, but that's what I'm calling it. So,
The Journal of Note Story.
journal of note storing. Yeah.
It magically keeps
Only
all your
store
notes.
1 month of 1 year of notes or whatever.
I also want to make sure it didn't sound like I was making fun of Robin for having all those journals because I am not making fun of that at all. At
We all
all.
love Robin.
At all.
I don't mind. You can make fun of my
No.
I have multiple
No.
notebooks.
No. We are all in awe. Well, no, I don't know if we all are. I am in awe and grateful for what you do. That's
Okay.
all right. So anything else you guys wish to do on your long rest in the demi-plane? You can leave, like I believe, as soon as Robes has a long rest, he can create the door. So
Do we have in the bag of holding? Do we have diamond dust?
yes,
no,
We
you
have diamond
don't.
dogs.
we have
I am almost certain. you
shitload
have-
of gold. We have rubies. We have gems. We have 800 worth of diamonds.
Okay.
Hold on.
I thought
Gold
that.
bars.
I swear we dusted more than 300
Well,
GP worth of
actually,
diamond.
Dusty, I think
Gems,
you
and
kept
more
it, though.
gems.
I think you kept it though.
I only had 300 GP of diamond dust.
I don't remember you
In the
guys
inventory.
doing any more dusting of diamonds though.
Okay. So the Revivify is in your ring. I don't have any more diamond dust. We have enough diamonds, but I need to figure out how to dust them. And I don't know how to do that.
I need to back up for just a second because you all got excited about making a note, and I have no idea what you were talking about for where to put it.
We got all excited
In
about a note.
Forge. In Forge, if you click on your character sheet, across the top you've got actions, attributes, inventory, features, spellbook, effects, biography.
Oh.
Click on biography.
Oh, fine, that makes sense.
And then in biography, it looks like there's a big open empty space. And like you can only type in like appearance and personality traits. But if you hover your mouse over that empty space, there's a little pen icon right below the word biography. You can click on the little pen icon and it'll turn it into a typing area.
I don't have an empty space, but I'll put it in here anyway.
You don't have an empty space?
My backstory's in there.
Oh, I don't have my backstory.
You can also just edit the item. If you have Ring of Spell Storing, you can edit the item and write what you put in there.
Yep.
Oh,
I do that with spell
story.
scrolls that I get, so I don't have to look
I can't
around.
believe I didn't think of that too. Man, such an exciting night.
And it's
housekeeping.
Revivify.
Let's see here.
I will.
I have a bag of 300. I have a bag full of 500 GP diamonds. But I am now officially out of diamond dust.
Okay.
Which I don't think is a bad thing because this way we've got it no matter what happens in the battle.
Did you have the jewelry kit? Were you the one that dusted the diamonds, or did you get that done elsewhere?
There's a jewelry kit?
There is.
I don't know. I thought you
There
had
is such a thing, but you have not purchased
I
one.
didn't know. I was trying to buy all the things. I have caltrips, I have a signet whistle, I have hempen rope, I have a mirror made
And
of
the
steel.
answer to my question is probably no.
Yes.
So mad.
Okay. So
I didn't know that was a kit.
It is.
Ugh.
You do not, at least
Can we find a store in the
on the front, on the face of it, have a way of dusting any more of the diamonds. If you guys want to be creative with, because you have as much time in the demi-plane as you would like. And I'm pronouncing it demi-plane as well, because that's how
Why?
Demi-plane is how they pronounce the competitor with D&D Beyond.
Oh. I'm going to use my mace and try to smash a diamond.
Use the magic mace.
Yeah, see if it's a mace.
Do I have a magic mace?
There's a magic mace that
magic...
you guys don't know what it does.
I'm going to use the magic mace before we go to bed.
Okay. Before you go to bed? Because I think, have you not already tested something? Or have you tested?
I have. So somebody else can test it.
So, yeah, you cannot do this plus testing the other. Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can do it when you wake up.
Does anybody want to test this mace while I walk around in this armor and Nubin walks around in those boots?
I don't remember where we got it, and I don't want to be subjected to a curse.
It was a giant was working on it. Or was wielding it, I think.
Yep.
So Nubin is not going to wear the boots, though, because Halfling's Val, the Cloak of Protection, and the Ring of Spell Storing are already attuned.
Okay. So the boots are still available for somebody who wants them.
These boots are made for hopping.
Does anybody
I'll
want to
take a look at the mace if you want me to.
You don't have to. I can do it in the morning.
That's all right.
Okay. All right.
I'll sit and think about it. I don't use a mace, but maybe I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I can put this diamond over here. You can try to crush it.
Okay, so for an hour, I'll sit and try to crush the diamond.
Yeah. The diamond crushing doesn't go so well, but you are.
There's a hole in the spider skin or snake skin.
After an hour of mucking around with it, and having been somebody who has fought the undead before, you are familiar with this, or not familiar. If you hit a fiend or an undead with this, it would take an extra radiant amount of damage. The name of it is Mace of Disruption.
Well, I'm not able to disrupt the diamond, but I think if we were attacking undead or something...
If we found an undead diamond...
Not just undead, I'm going to repeat. Fiend or undead.
So the diamond was also a demon.
In case Ropes loses control of Max 1000, we can beat it up.
One of you may remember that you're heading to the abyss.
We don't know that.
You do know that.
We do know
Yeah.
that.
We
And
do. We thought we were just going to see the
we-
dreamy drow.
Nope.
No, you knew you were heading to the abyss.
Honey, you
I
gotta
didn't.
read my notes sometime. I'll share them with you. Just
All
keep you caught up.
Bela knows is there's dreamy-eyed drow, and she's going that way with robes, and life couldn't get any better.
So
Um,
for Newbin, is it a +1, +2?
Nothing of those things.
So it is only a mace of what?
Disruption.
It does 2d6 radiant damage to fiends or undead.
I think I might clip that last little part because it's my favorite when Robin went, "Oh my god." So accurate for how Bela's behaving.
well, I'm glad it didn't curse me anyway. So
It did
here
not.
you go.
It is a holy item that this fire giant was somehow crafting.
Maybe we underestimated him.
Maybe.
I can do a
That's
lot
a hell
of
of a
spells
weapon.
with rocks, but I can't do anything that seems to grind them. Apparently, so I'm afraid.
I could try to just crush them.
Will you?
I mean,
Just a
so if,
straight up strength check. I'll try to crush some diamonds.
Are you
DC
using
Your
1000.
hands or your teeth?
any tools to assist you?
Let me see. I'm looking at what tools I might have.
All right.
Um,
I mean, it's a diamond.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get it.
All right.
Crush it into coal like Superman.
Yeah, like
I will try to use the flat of a magical sword, so the sword can't be broken.
okay.
But really, I'm just trying to crush this thing.
Yep.
Don't hold out a lot of hope.
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
let's see what happens. Give me a roll. Athletics. Nope.
I can't do much better than that.
Okay. I didn't know if you could or couldn't, but I set the DC at 25. So
Yeah, so in that 20, I could do it. That's the only way I can do it.
okay.
But no, I'm not able to crush these diamonds. We might need tools made for the purpose.
But I don't think they're gonna have a store.
No, but somebody might have them. We could just take them.
You guys know?
Who are you? I don't even know you anymore, Mary.
You do know that you are
At
heading.
least she knows where we're going.
Well, and I feel like if we're in the land of our enemy, I'm not going to lose sleep over stealing a jewelry kit.
Since when are all the drow our enemies?
Not all, again, dear. There's some drow that aren't, but the ones that we're going to are our enemies. We
told
side
that there
with
are-
the rebels.
We're told that there are a very small number of them that are not our enemy. The default assumption should be enemy.
Got it.
Which is why next time, Vela, we're not going to go up and say howdy when they see us. We shoot an arrow in their head and quiet them as quickly as possible.
Also, howdy might have an entirely different meaning in their language. None of us speak.
None of us speak it exactly, Elva.
All right. So
I speak some.
this.
Mary, I'm not sure what's changed, but I like
You know
it.
how to order a drink and ask someone out.
What else do you need?
I don't want to interrupt the RP if you guys don't want me to, but I will do a recap of what you do know and what you don't know. What you
Okay.
Then when we hear what we actually do know and don't know.
what you do know is there is a resurgence of this is like a drow orthodoxy that is reasserting itself. The town that you were in, Limasha Duel, was full of people who were hoping to create connections with the overworld, but still wished to live in the Underdark. So
They
those
were like a liberal branch of the Orthodoxy.
no, they were just liberal. Period. They were not a branch.
Oh.
The
Got it.
Orthodoxy worshipped Lolth. The Lamasha Dual folk were like, you can do whatever you want. The Orthodoxy had reasserted its dominance in Erolai Kinlu. This is like 3 years ago, so I'm not trying to be like oh, you should all know this. Like, it's been a while, so so I'm just reminding you of the Drow politics. You guys, this hasn't
Did we
been
go to Orlai Kinlu?
never even close.
That's
Okay.
where we're heading right now.
That's where you're heading now.
What
That's
bad
the
guys
Abyss?
are.
No,
AKA Abyss?
no,
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
The abyss is where demons come from.
yes.
That's
Not
another
the
plane.
Abyss.
Erlai Kinlu is where you think there will be a place to use the Threads of Lolth to open a portal to the Abyss.
For those of you keeping score at home, I just want to put out a quick programming note. This is why this game has taken 4 years.
It's fair. I'm just trying to tie all of the storylines together. So,
And in fairness, it's usually me that can't remember shit.
no, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm pretty sure Robin's the only one taking notes.
Oh.
No, there have been other note takers. So the you guys went down there and you got a taste of the Underdark when you fought the Cloakers. Those of you who were there, because Elva wasn't there yet.
This is Elva's first time in the Underdark, and
This
she's
is-
not a fan.
Right. So you guys went down here. You found out a bunch of political turmoil. This was a long time ago in real time. This was 2 years ago in real time, but it's like 3 months ago in game time. So just to put that into perspective. So the you guys would be very familiar with the fact that Aerolite, you would not familiar, you would know from your experiences at Lamasha Duel, and then hearing recently, I think I gave you guys that tidbit that Lamasha Duel had been wiped out when the guy gave you the map.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So Lamasha Duel had been wiped out by the Orthodoxy being Lolth worshippers. Anybody who's not a Lolth worshipper in the Drow society is not Orthodoxy. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm not saying all Drow are one way or the other. I'm just saying that there's a group of right wingers taking
Right.
control of trying to reclaim their quote unquote heritage. They're trying to
They
make
have a
They're
leader.
perfectly comfortable there.
they are making Aaron Lai Kinlu great again. Okay? So
It'll feel just like home for Tony.
they're mega.
Yes.
Uh,
Welcome to Central Florida.
Yeah. So that's what's happening with that part. Now there are a whole bunch of people who don't like it. There are a lot of Drow who don't like it. And some of those Drow have found you and given you information about why they are not happy about it. Okay? But the not dominant culture, but the controlling culture right now is pro Lolth and wanting to bring Lolth onto the material plane. I'm just reiterating stuff. So, what you guys are heading towards is Erelai Kinlu, which is
Spell that. I've spelled it 17 ways.
it's in the chat.
Where?
It's in our journal.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll look in the journal. That's
Okay.
good.
There's a map to it.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Did that wrong.
so, Heading to Aaron like
Boston's still in the audience. I bet he spelled it wrong too.
I can hear his voice right now as you said that. God damn it! I didn't get that one either. All right. I didn't make that one up. That one is actually like ancient D&D canon. That's from 1978. So Aralai Kinlu is where you're headed because that's where the Grand Temple of Lolth is. And you were given a little bit of information, not much, but a little bit, that said that if you bring the threads of Lolth there, you will be able to transport yourself over and lock her in
Or she can get out.
before she can get
Be
out
here.
and be in the material plane. Right? Is that tracking with what
She
everybody
gets
else says?
here, we're in trouble.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
No, that is exactly what we intend to do.
Okay. So that's the plot right now. To reiterate it all, you guys need to stop Lolth from coming here, and the way you have an ability to do that is by uniting all 8 threads of Lolth, opening a gate, going in there, and locking it from her side. That's what you know. So you kind of know that this feels a bit like a suicide run.
Yeah, well, we can find other ways to get out.
Sure, you got that my plane.
Yeah, although I think that might be a way the spell gets abused. Paul, I hadn't thought of
No.
is if I access a demi-plane from someplace and then want to exit someplace else. I think that wouldn't be right. I think it has to be go in the demi-plane. I can come back to where I entered initially.
I
You know what I
wonder
mean?
if you could exit to another plane if you were. I think you'd have to use a couple of castings because I think you could exit to a demiplane, and then from that demiplane connect to another demiplane you'd already created that connected to somewhere else. So it would take like 3 days.
But you
But
would
that could be a way.
But you would have had to have been there first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it says
I
each
feel
time
like-
you cast it, you could access one you've already created.
Yep.
Right. But
So
the
you've made one
entrance-
here.
But it's not here. It's a demi-plane, right? Or I guess the demi-plane's a subplane of this plane.
That's what demi means, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that might be one of the reasons why you wouldn't normally be able to cast out of it, because then that would let you basically plane shift.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
maybe is fine.
What level level is plane shift?
It's a lower level.
Yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't like nerf it. It lets us kind of escape that particular predicament.
But it takes 3 days to get anywhere. Like
that's true.
It's not.
It's a very very slow plane shift.
I was gonna say it's not nerfing plane shift. It's a level up, right?
Tectonic plane shift.
So you're and you're using a limited amount of spell slots in order to do that. Like that's a massive give, right? So I'm not down on it at all.
Yeah, plane shift is 7th level, so it's 1 level down.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
fair. I think it's totally fair.
Well, and quite possibly one of our compatriots here who has access to powerful magics could learn a spell to transfer us out of there.
That's true.
Between now and the time we actually go.
That's true, because plane shift is what
a 7th level spell
for wizards and warlocks. Obviously, is it a cleric spell?
I don't know.
Plane shift?
Let's find out.
I don't think so.
Druids can do it because
maybe druids. Yeah,
I think druids.
I got 5 levels of ranger, so I'm not sure I'm going to get access.
Don't think rangers get plane shift. That'd be cool.
But if this is going to go to level 20, you should have access to level 7. Well, actually, I think you're getting close to level 7 spells now.
I feel like I'm just trying to actually set a tone. You guys don't know what level 20 is, so like as far as story goes, like I would just you guys know you have to shut it from the inside. Whether or not you guys know you can get out, you can have hope or whatever. But the tone right now would be you don't know the way to get out.
Also, too,
Right.
just something to put out there, and we maybe don't know this, but we probably don't know what planes are, really. You know what I mean? Well, actually, you would, Alva, but I would say that there is
Right.
such a thing as there's plane shifting, but there's also you can't escape this plane or access this plane.
Well,
I
you've
was
all
able
been to the
see
Feywild.
Feywild.
You've all been to the Feywild.
That's right.
So
But I guess my bigger point is like Ebron's was one of those planes like that's like it's like sealed off,
yeah,
magically. So we could be in a place where even the demi plane doesn't work.
no, it
from
works.
I'll
Okay.
need
Yeah.
three more levels, guys, of druid to plane shift. So, just saying,
Okay.
gotta.
So
So it's a goal. It's
It-
aspirational.
It's aspirational. Okay.
something that would be really helpful is if during our walk down to Errol Lu, we could find a place that looks like maybe it might be interested in Dalt. I'm looking for a temple. Ideally, someplace strongly linked to Dalt. Because then, if we find it, I have this new thing that I can do where I can cast a spell and later we could teleport there.
Oh, yeah.
What would it take for you to consecrate a temple to Dolt? As I understand it, is big into doors. We could find a fancy door and consecrate it, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. Sure. Uh
Totally
Would
allow
you
that.
somehow hallow ground somewhere?
Could it be the door to the plane that Rogue's just created?
No, because that will
Yeah.
disappear in an hour.
It should be.
Uh,
It should probably be a permanent door.
um well, I mean I could certainly try. I don't know what I would do. I guess I could maybe hallow it for a little while and then pray over it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I mean, you've spoken to the guy. I'm sure he'll help you out.
Mhm.
the guy. I like that you're so informal about Delt.
Well, you and Robes have both spoken to him.
It's
Oh
true.
yeah.
If you can get him on the phone, how formal do you need to be?
That's fair.
I thought about taking a paladin level for Dalt, but I just wasn't quite there.
Aw.
He's gonna have to return your calls more than once before that.
That was a hell of a roll.
Once in a lifetime interaction.
Hell
yeah,
of a
but
roll. Hell of a roll.
it's in the back of his head, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that plan. We'll find a fancy door. Let's keep our eyes open for a door. It's actually a door, not just a doorway.
Okay.
It has to open and close.
Well, I mean, it has to be a door. Like
Sure.
a doorway doesn't actually contain anything. It's the absence of a door. It's the way of a door.
What's important, and what's important to Dolt? Is it that it
A
can
threshold.
open and close, or that you can pass through it? Because
The
a doorway
threshold.
has a threshold.
That's true. Okay, I like this. When we came into this section, like pre coming into the demi-plane,
No doors.
The demi plane.
Nothing
was
that.
it very
all
was
carved
it
stone.
clear when we left the giant's lair?
Nothing that you would claim specifically for Dalt as a threshold or a door.
Okay. So it just felt like we were continuing to walk
Yeah,
downhill.
and it just transitionally became
Almost as if we need something with a lintel.
And maybe a sheep and a paintbrush.
I
That was
don't
a
know about
Passover joke.
I know.
Nobody even responded.
I know. I was just
I was just
letting.
processing to make sure that was correct.
Yeah.
I was like, paintbrush. I don't remember that part.
Once
Yeah.
you guys started going a direction, I just thought it was a movie reference, and I tuned out. So
That's a fair assumption. All right.
it's
Are
either a
you
song or a
guys?
movie, and if I don't catch it, I'm just like
Prince
oh.
of Egypt. It was Prince
Yeah.
of Egypt.
That one I should know.
I want to know if you guys are now moving out of the demi-plane.
Can we take a long rest?
Yes,
We
I
did.
already told you to take a long rest.
He told us to do
Well-
that like an hour and a half ago.
So
To
the
be fair,
only
we
thing
kept
we
saying before we go to sleep. We
Yeah,
can blah.
Yeah.
I had
So I
already
will-
taken the long rest by that.
Yeah.
You guys started saying before I go to sleep.
several. Yeah, sorry.
and the only thing we didn't identify was the cloak.
That's
Right,
correct.
you
Yep.
did?
You have not
So-
identified the cloak.
Well, and I don't know if anybody wants to carry this mace. I don't generally use one myself, but might be good to have on hand. Maybe you could
I'd
put
be
it in your
mo-
bag.
It does require
Glad to-
attunement.
I'd be glad to have it in the armory when we enter the abyss,
Mhm.
certainly.
So we could just keep it in the bag of holding for now.
I think it will be a lot more useful than a burning sword when we're fighting demons and devils.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Pair well with your shield.
Yes. So I'll carry it.
Okay. Is anybody
Unless somebody
not
else wants it.
wearing a cloak? Because I, that cloak. I feel like a lot of us are wearing cloaks. So
Mhm.
even if it is something fancy, it might not make sense.
I have a cloak,
Take
but
the
it
risk.
just gives me a swim speed. So
Oh yeah, you should
I think
definitely
we-
check it out.
Mary, are you preparing stone shape today?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
Are you checking out the cloak then, Elva?
sure. Yes, we'll do it.
All right. You take off your regular cloak.
My cloak of the manta ray.
Yep. You put this cloak on, and after about 10 minutes, when you run with it, you begin to fly.
Oh,
But
Oh, it's the
you
cloak of Super Mario. Or...
also you feel like if you're in the dark, it may do more things. But it's hard to tell in this snake room where there's dark.
interesting.
You have to grip both edges of the cloak to fly, by the way.
It really is like Mario Brothers.
Right.
Let me get-
So you wouldn't
Yes.
be able to fly and
Does anyone need a
Fight.
Tanuki belt? A Tanuki cloak.
Nice.
This could be certainly useful to someone.
My cloak already makes me fly.
As you so frequently point out, I can just do it normally.
So mine does dimension door, but I also have a dimension door from the wristband, or the wristband from the Loth
yeah,
bracelet.
from that time you went to the Loth rave.
From your
Yeah, that's right.
Although
Got-
I'm
got it
not
on.
sure what all we have access to anymore with that, because there's only two of us that are.
Right. So
Wearing
that's a good question. Let me
Oh, yeah.
bring up.
We need three of us to be wearing them to have dimension door.
Mm,
Is-
oh.
I have them in my notes.
Can I put a second one on?
Don't.
No.
They have to be near us, right? Not way
Yeah. When you're wearing them
Melissa is
when
wearing.
two of you are wearing them, you both have spider climb, and when you are within 30 feet of each other, you actually have ring of free movement.
That's good.
Yeah, but nobody stays by me. So
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
actually
work
I
very
did
well for
last
us.
time.
Well, generally, people aren't sticking around by me because I stay far back.
Mhm.
So like Robes and I have very different fighting styles. Is all I'm saying.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, if I get stuck, just come run up next to me.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. That's funny. Because you guys do have very different fighting styles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, Arlo
Yeah.
is pissed off about something outside.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what I'll say is I definitely need my cape the mount blank if I don't have the dimension door from the wrist. So I'm gonna pass on the cape.
And I think Nubin and I both have cloak of protection or something like that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a
So-
cloak of the bat, if it helps people. I'll just...
Oh, that sounds so cool.
It will let
Cloak of
you...
the bat.
So if you're in shadow, you can turn yourself into a bat.
Oh, man.
Well, I can already do that.
Yep.
Even
That's
out
true.
of shadows. So
Oh man, it's
That's pretty
tempting, but
cool.
my cloak billows.
Also, Tony, after this session, I don't want to hear shit about magic weapons or magic items for like 4 sessions.
carrying these.
We
for
no
all
no no
that
no
time.
hold on.
It's
We
not
but we found these a long time ago.
Yes.
Exactly.
You did. You did. And you've
And
just
did nothing
now
about
gotten around to identifying them. So,
I'm just saying,
be
we're
fair, we
still
haven't had
due
a
for
And-
get more.
No,
and
we haven't had
you
time.
found some pretty sweet elven chainmail. So,
Yeah, which I am now wearing.
Even better than that, spider silk chain.
Yep. Spider silk chain.
Fire against fire.
It's not got anything more than what we discussed tonight.
I don't care.
All right.
I'm gonna pretend it
Is it ultra flammable like spiderweb?
No.
good? That's a good thing. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
find a threshold.
Well, it is actually Tony Pumpkin
Pumpkin
time.
time.
So,
Oh my god. Well, I'm super glad that the audience had the opportunity to listen to all of that instead of when we were actually playing the game.
right. Well,
This was playing the game. This is the part that was like, if you miss all of this, you're not going to have plot advancement information.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I will advance you guys 1 mile closer towards. Now, you guys are looking at this map. If you leave,
Are we?
can you guys see what I'm looking at here? If I ping this right here.
Mhm.
All right.
Yes.
This is you leaving that door that Robes has to open with another spell, or our major arcanum. And then if you want to move another mile, I need a D12, and that will decide how we start our next game.
I'll roll it. Why not? 5.
Can I cast a pass without trace? Like if we're trying to be careful and not be discovered, right? Is that
Maybe
plan, guys?
maybe we save that for when we see more signs of recent travel.
You can
Okay.
Because it only lasts an hour. We have a lot of ground to cover.
you can cast it, Robin, if you want, and I would let there be 2 D12 rolls then, I guess, and we'll. But no, I mean.
No, I'm not gonna cast
But
it. 'Cause it sounds
yeah,
like we haven't been seeing any
yeah,
signs of
you
anyone.
yeah,
so-
you have no reason to cast it. I think is
Okay.
is actually, and so you guys
I
move.
just couldn't tell from the map, what we were seeing or
But-
what was going on.
Mary, as you guys move a mile northwest, Mary notes that within the next mile, you get to something that's annotated on her map as having an eye, looks like a stylized eye.
Eyeball.
It does.
Perhaps a watch.
Not the
post.
letter I.
Right, correct. Like a watch. And
Not like a timepiece.
heading into perhaps heavily patrolled, and sees that from this watch area there are several offshoots that perhaps would lead around it, or maybe not. Hard to tell from this map. The map's
Well,
pretty.
we had some
The map is
mind
very,
flayers.
very crude.
I take full responsibility for taking them out, and because I don't
Bela didn't
feel
say that.
I could trust them. Bela didn't say it. Just Dusty
Dusty
said,
said it,
if
yeah.
only we had the mind players. Well, then
Then
Robin will say,
Robin can take full responsibility.
yeah, Robin will say I take full responsibility because I wouldn't have believed a word they said anyway. So then we would just have to
Fair.
sit and argue about, do we trust them? What are we
That's
walking
fair.
into? So
That's
Yeah,
totally fair.
I was gonna do the same thing, like literally, if I had the opportunity. So
Oh, we knew that. We did that whenever you had the opportunity.
we're on the same
I mean,
page.
if you rewatch last episode to listen to my
Rylan knocked one of 'em out. You took the
amazing
other one out.
impression, you will hear us talk about
There were actually several Robes impressions done from several
Oh my
people.
gosh.
So
Yeah, we were spot on. Did in that mile did we pass any very distinct threshold situations?
no, no. Uh, in fact, you saw no off-branching corridors. You saw no alcoves. It was 2 miles of this dressed, not dressed stone, but basically carved and still descending pathway
How
down.
wide are the corridors?
20 feet.
Okay.
And the ceilings are 30 feet up and lit just dimly by a purple phosphorescence. So you're able to make your way down. Nobody needs to light a torch. Nobody needs any magical dark vision. But it is everything is shades of purples and gray as you walk through. Um, this last bit, as you walk in, you find several deceased myconids hacked.
did you say?
Hacked myconids.
Okay.
Like axes?
Doesn't
Some
necessarily
sort of bladed weapon.
some sort of bladed weapon. Yeah.
Are we coming back to that room at the next game?
Not room. You're just on the. You're
We've been
just.
walking.
You're on a hex crawl. Each hex is a mile.
Well then, since we're not coming back to the Myconids, I will make sure that I walk around and give them all Dalt's blessing to cross the threshold.
Do you have?
And
Do you have like what is that? Restful. What is that?
Gentle repose.
Gentle repose
Yeah.
cantrip. Yeah, that would be a fun cantrip for that.
it's not a cantrip.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was a cantrip.
No.
Okay.
Nope. But I do have the cantrip. But I am going to cast the cantrip on each one of them to decompose.
Okay. Gotcha.
So they become, which makes really enjoyable because over the course of a minute, the corpse begins to rapidly decompose, sprouting fungus and moss.
Nice.
So the myconids sprout more fungus.
Nice.
Yeah.
You get a peaceful sense from that.
Yeah. And then I may hollow this ground. If I feel like it matches with Dalt's sense of passing.
Let's go with a. I'll allow it. You can hollow the ground.
All right. The Myconids. I pushed a button in D&D Beyond. Sorry. I don't know if it came over or not. I'm gonna
Ooh,
cast it.
that's
here
an
too.
expensive one.
Yeah, that's not a cheap. But you do have hallowed ground right where I put the circle. So that part is sacred to Dalt?
Well, pause.
Okay.
Is this where we're staying the night?
I don't know. It's 1 mile.
We-
You guys can travel.
I-
Yeah, we walked a mile.
You
right?
guys
So
can.
Yeah.
We just did
Okay,
a long rest and have only walked a mile,
yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Right. So
probably
I think
not
it will be
stay here.
important if you can allow it, but I wouldn't do it because
That's fine.
in order to do it, I have to do 24 hours of casting time.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys that would have been within your that's like 9 a.m. that you got there after your
Yeah.
stay.
Right.
You have
So
to continually cast it for 24 hours. Like, are you awake for 24 hours straight to cast it?
Question.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's crazy.
I think
It's a
how
very
I think
expensive and time-consuming spell. Wow.
well, I think this is why like I love downtime in this game. Like when and I haven't allowed a lot of it with this. I've just been like bang to bang to bang to bang to bang. But like in in um in Warblers, Dusty just did like 6 weeks of
6
downtime.
months.
6 months.
Months.
Of downtime, and it was so interesting what that did for our characters. Like downtime's really kind of cool. So if you wanted to spend your downtime hollowing something, that would be really cool. And that's why I think like I want to try doing more and more downtime. And so I'm going to try to find a way in here for you guys to have some downtime while you're in the Underdark. But I'm not sure
We'll
how.
just hang out in the demiplane for like a year or something.
I
Right?
I don't
Little
know.
30-foot.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but I am trying to find a way.
It sounds awful.
Yeah.
We could make a giant snakeskin mansion.
That's right.
Each day at a room.
Yeah. Oh my god, it would look like fucking Elvis Graceland shit. Like just
Oh my god.
down in the jungle room, It's just, Anyway, I think we're gonna call it a night because we are past the pumpkin time. It is 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we are going to call it for the night. We'll pick it up right here, 1 mile out from where the map marks an eye for the party. And we'll give everybody a chance when we pick up to say what it is they would have done in that mile. You did not encounter anything in that mile that you walked. It was difficult terrain, so it did take 2 hours for you guys to do that travel. But and you had cast without a pass without trace.
No, I didn't
did not.
cast it.
How much wine have you had?
A lot.
But if Newbin's not delayed by difficult terrain, right? And
Right.
If Robespierre and I stay next to each other, we're okay. What
Right.
about the
I
other
have a ring.
few?
Of,
Are you
I have
guys?
a ring of reaction.
Yep.
So you're
And I
okay.
can fly. And
So
I can fly.
hey, we're good.
Okay. Then you guys moved. You can do 23 miles in a day, right? Is that right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what it is at normal movement for. So we're basically at 9 a.m. when you guys are gonna approach what you know
24.
is 24. Okay. So you guys are really early in the morning when you know from your map that you're getting close to something. And that's where we'll pick it up next time. And we are now officially in Vault of the Drow. So we are no longer playing against the Giants. We are now playing Drow. That's what I'm going to be calling it from now on. I'm not going to say Giants on Sunday. We're going to say Drow on Sunday.
Speaking of, there will be no drow on Sunday, September 3rd.
That's true.
I'm
There-
here for you.
There won't be.
What?
It's
My
Labor Day weekend. his
and
parents are in
my
town.
parents are coming to visit.
Oh, that's all good.
We could switch it to the 10th and play the 10th and the 17th if folks are available on the 10th.
We'll do that conversation offline because I know there
Just
are.
letting our vast streaming audience know. Don't tune in on the 3rd. We won't be here.
Right. That's true.
But you could take that opportunity to go watch all of our old ones.
That's
Or take that
excellent.
opportunity to get out your credit card and donate to People for Bikes on our behalf.
You could go ride your bike and then give money to People for Bikes.
You could do that too.
Excellent ideas. All of them are excellent ideas. But until we're back, roll some dice, play some games, or give of your time and treasure to causes that are meaningful to you. Otherwise, we'll be back here next Sunday with Warblers on a different night. Just
Because it's August in higher education.
Because higher education and lots of people have really difficult schedules. But we'll be playing next Sunday. Yeah, I know. I don't miss it at all. I'm seeing all this shit on Facebook. Like, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, I don't feel bad for you at all. Okay.
Warblers on the 27th. Donna Cam on the 28th.
No sympathy.
No sympathy for you.
I have none. All right. We'll see you all on the flip. Thanks, everybody.